Ruin my college life? I'll ruin you. I'm doing my bachelor's degree abroad. I thought that it'd be a good way to meet new people, learn how to be independent, etc. For the first month, it was all good. I made a bunch of new friends. We'll call one of them S. S was the kind of girl who had to be the center of attention no matter what, but she seemed rather alright other than that. We were part of a large social circle of around 15 people. S told me that she was going to my home country for a holiday and that if I needed anything from home, she would bring stuff back for me. I gladly obliged. I paid her half of my savings to cover any expenses she might incur for transport, and off she went. My mom had arranged to send a carton of homemade food, etc. for her to eat and bring back. Instead, S ran off with my money and dumped the food. I was out of half the money I had saved and nothing to show for it. When I called S out, she declared to the rest of our friends that we'd never had an arrangement and that I was delusional. To take things a step further, she started hanging out with everyone I was friends with and began spreading rumors about me. Every time I tried to switch social groups, S would follow my movements and alienate me from any friends I would have made. In essence, by the end of my first year of college, I had less than 3 friends left. These 3 were also fellow victims of S. Something else to mention is that S wasn't the brightest academically. She'd plagiarized her way through exams, assignments, etc. I spent the next 3 years collecting as much evidence of this as I could. Screenshots, voice recordings, statements from the few people who were talking to me, the works. S also comes from a rather conservative family. Unfortunately for her, she had the habit of picking up guys and spending the night with them in various hotel rooms. I decided to document this as well. The final cherry on this multi-tiered cake is that the country where I'm doing my degree in has a rule that you have to be below a certain age to get a bachelor's. If you're older than the cutoff, you cannot enroll for a new undergraduate degree in certain fields. We're now in our final semester of college and S is now beyond this age. I sent my collection of evidence to everyone in the administration, every professor who had ever taught S, the dean of academics and her parents. S was formally rusticated yesterday and her parents have disowned her. Because of her age, she can't even get a degree in her field of interest anymore unless she leaves the country, which is now impossible for her as her parents want nothing to do with her. I waited for 3 long years and it was worth every second. Edit, this got way bigger than anticipated and a few people have contacted me IRL if this was me. Duck. Now to the comments. She dumped homemade food? I mean, that's hurting herself more than you. Why even bother doing that? Just eat your delicious hate cakes. OP replied. That's what really pissed me off. It was my birthday later that month and my mom had made a bunch of food to help alleviate my homesickness and I didn't even ask her to do anything for me. She offered to herself and just threw it all away. Did you let your mom know what happened? Or just pretend like you received it so she didn't worry, feel bad? The country where I'm doing my degree in has a rule that you have to be below a certain age to get a bachelor's. If you're older than the cutoff, you cannot enroll for a new undergraduate degree in certain fields. I just want to say that if this is in fact true, then this has to be one of the worst ideas I've ever heard of in my life. Just saying. It's some serious ageism. OP mentioned he's in India. It's probably due to population, otherwise there just wouldn't be enough schools. Now this is some delicious pro-revenge. You did nothing but prove how she did all these wrong things so you can have a perfectly clean conscience and rest easy knowing she got what she deserved. OP replied. I remember reading a quote that goes something like never interfere with an enemy while he's in the process of destroying himself. It's quite fitting here. Yep. It's from Sun Tzu's The Art of War. You gave her half of your total savings to bring some food back from Europe? I'm confused. That amounted to less than $150, as OP later revealed. Oh. I guess $150 goes a long way in India. Rusticated, furious web searching. So you're in the UK, then? Edit, or a former colony. US Redditors, we'd call this a suspension. Rustication as a term was last used, according to Wikipedia, in the 1800s in the US. I doubt it, if this is university. In the UK there's no age cutoff to get a bachelor's that I'm aware of. Unless OP is talking about financial support, I guess. OP replied, "Nah, I'm not in the UK. The term our college uses is rusticated, but colloquially speaking, she was kicked out permanently. I'm not talking about financial support either. For engineering streams in the country I'm in, there's an age cutoff and you have to graduate within 6 years of enrolling." That's incredible. I can't imagine a person who would work to ruin someone's life after taking their money. OP replied, "I have a feeling that what pissed her off so badly was that I called her out on it in front of our entire social circle. I wasn't the first person she'd screwed over, but I was the only one to call her out on it." Haha, that's the emotional equivalent to "I've never been hit back before." Just curious, did you send your collection of evidence to administration anonymously? OP replied, "It was done anonymously, yes. As much as I want her to know that I was the one behind it, I'd rather not have it associated with me in case it comes back to bite me later. But you could at least smile if you see her again." How did you document her spending nights at hotel rooms? How did you document proof of her plagiarizing? I don't get it. I'd cap out the nights at hotel rooms. But proof of plagiarizing could be anything from her own statements to a list of the actual sources she plagiarized. My friend turned in a classmate for plagiarism by giving his professor a link to the website that was copied. Okay, I can't believe there's an age limit to getting a degree, WTF. This is what I'm wondering about too. I mean, the story is okay. But there are degrees where there is an upper age limit. India. If you don't have your shit together by your mid-20s, into the trash heap with you. I really want to believe that this happened. But I'm on the edge. There are a lot of red flags. The way this is written, it's totally fake. Unfortunately for her, she had the habit of picking up guys and spending the night with them in various hotel rooms. I decided to document this as well. Bullshit. Yeah, this story is completely made up. Sounds like OP is writing out his fantasy for some chick he hates. I just started reading this sub. I didn't get the impression it was for morality tales. Is everyone supposed to live in North America, speak perfect English, and be morally pure and good? It's about revenge, FFS. Nobody's hands are clean. Since no one's mentioned it, fits many of the traits of a narcissistic sociopath. From isolating, stealing, manipulating and promiscuity, the hallmarks are all there. Karma doesn't exist. People like you exist. That's why I'm as nice as possible to everyone I meet. How did you collect enough evidence? Did you have photo proof of her cheating, or was it all statements from other people? When you said she dumped the food your mom gave you, I would have honestly flipped my shit and find her and kick her ass. You want to steal from me and alienate me from my friends? Go ahead. I don't need friends and I can get the money later. Duck with my mom? Hell no. You messed with the wrong dude. Calling her S is kinda weird since cunt starts with a C. Well, maybe she's being called as in super cunt. If you couldn't talk to her, then how did you get evidence she was cheating, and how did you find every class she took? OP replied, "We were in the same engineering stream, so we had our exams together." Age limit for a degree? Why? You'll need some Jesus, holy shit. TRP fanfiction strikes again. How does an asshole destroy a relationship between two good people, you and each of your friends? Either your friends were assholes, or you are, or both, or all three. This smells like bull. Sorry, this is just too fantastic to believe. If it is, be satisfied knowing you pulled off the unbelievable.